Hey Rockhounds, Jeremy here at Willett Creek Agate up here in Union County, New Mexico. Today's video we're looking at Rosebud agate from large seam pieces in matrix all the way down to small tumblers. We'll look at fractures, decomposition, some of the gypsum inside, and just a little interesting bit about these rocks come off the ranch. So appreciate you hitting the like, the subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and let's get to it. All right, this first piece of rosebud agate we're looking at today weighs in at 27 pounds, 7 ounces. Um, so you can see vugs here, you can see a big old hole here. There's water getting down in there, running minerals through there. Um, you can see some agate stuff in here. Let's see some of that color kind of protruding through the matrix. When you find big chunks like this, they come off of a seam from my neighbors, I think. I haven't located this particular source for these big chunks, but they come off like that. You can see, like I say, the holes. Flip this around here. So you got some nice bod here. You've got some fractures and here. Look at this side of the rock. You see we've got a big pile of matrix sandstone there, but there's a lot of pretty color in that rock. Put it back under the screen there. So, to take this 27-pound rock, you're going to have a few bigger pieces that'll pull out, and then you're going to have a bunch of tumblers if you were to try to break this up. This is pretty much the lowest grade, but it's kind of cool because it's just a big chunk, you know. Get outside of my neighborhood, mostly what you're finding is tumblers. All right, moving along, we're going to take a look at this big chunk right here. So this came off the seam on us. This is fairly common material. So we'll start with the botryoidal on top. You can see we've got sandstone in there. What we're looking for when we pick this up, one is for fractures, and two, how thick is the host rock? Can we see color all the way through it? So we can see agate color, we can see some sandstone and crap there. Get back here, we've got some of this gray whack silica sandstone right here, but you can see the color comes all the way through here. Then you want to look for fractures. So this rock would be primed to split, probably because it forms in layers. It would have been in a seam, and another piece here, another piece here. I'm working tight quarters. I don't know if you can see that with my camera here. So you can take these chunks. A lot of times you want to check and see how much color versus crap you see. Now, you can find nice pieces like this that have big solid chunks of agate that make real nice slabbers. Probably the top, at least half of this is a real nice rock once you get it all cleaned up. Moving further down in size, I'm going to reset my camera because I want to show this. All right, now I've got the camera reset, so I want to take a look at this piece here. I do need to set it just better for my light. So you can see this. So you can see the botryoidal in here. You can see some sandstone in here. This is harder than the gypsum we usually find in there, but it's probably a little bit churty in there. But I want to show you on this rock because I think this is the one. No, this is not the one. It is the one. All right, it is one of them. So a lot of times you see a big fracture in a rock like this, something like that. Usually that's a gypsum. It's harder than the gypsum we get, but it shows me there's a little bit of rot in this rock, and so I was able to pull it apart with my hand. It wasn't as bad as I thought. You can see the little rind crust here. There is some sandstone in there, but there's some good agate in there too. It's not real pretty. It needs a cleaning. It's got all this stuff that's gone down in through the hole here and coated in and held these two rocks together. But good face clean on that and some polish. It's going to be a real nice pretty rock. And see what the other one looks like. You see those hints of color in there. So you got some fractures and stuff up here. So if you were cutting this one, you just kind of have to look for those spots, and you guys probably know most of you probably know better about that than I do. Maybe not most of you, but a bunch of you. I'm still learning the cutting game. So there's that. Sometimes, like I say, you can find a piece, you can break it apart, you see signs, you know, that there's been some decomposition in that rock at some point. Something I do want to show you on this piece, those quartz crystals growing out of there. If I can get them real clear at this angle. Anyway, yeah, so moving down the line, if you're moving down the stream, here's another piece. Some nice pretty bot. Alright, I've picked up another piece here. You can see some bot, and you can see this big cavity, vug, crack, split thing here. Some botryoidal coming out of there. Nice face on that piece right there. The color, y'all. Look at that color. But again, here's a piece. You can see there's signs of decomposition. You can see where it's going to be about 3 rocks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bunch of little ones. Yeah, maybe that piece is solid on there. So what I'll show you inside this one is that gypsum. It just gets down in there, coats it up. Sometimes you can see it in fan patterns. There's just dirt and mud, regular local dirt and mud that's gotten down in here. I don't know if I can get this one clean enough to show anything. No. I can, but yeah, just might be 1 or 2 good little cuts off of that piece. So, yeah. Then if we keep moving down, you know, we keep finding rough. If you find the bot, you're on it. This one looks like a little brain. I'm not going to be able to split this one. It's pretty solid. You know, if you can break them up with your hands, there's a little bit of decomposed material in there. A little bit of gypsum holding it together and not much else. Yeah. Alright, we're going to keep moving on down the line, looking at gradually smaller pieces as we go. Here's another piece. You can see it's almost 2 pieces cemented together, except that it's not because it's solid on that side. Let's see what that face looks like with a little water shine on it. So you got some nice reds up in here. You can see some hints of red in here. If you look through this rock, you're going to see some reds and some grays. But it's probably a nice chunk of blue there. Some nice color thrown right there. You know, there's some pretty color all through this rock. These are challenging, I'm guessing. Might want to cut it there and then see what you got after that. I don't know. But this piece also demonstrates, you know, the smaller you get, the more solid agate you get without so much of the matrix and debris. And we just keep plugging along. Here's another piece. It's picked up just like I found it, other than the rinse. You know, you got this rough bot on the outside, but you got this little bug pile right here. Bug pile, I don't know if bug pile is a word, but it is today. Still in my first cup of coffee today. So, see a little eye right there. Here's a little bit of layering. I don't think that's all the way through. I think that's just from erosion. You know, it's kind of a pretty little specimen piece. I don't know. You cut it, you can probably get something out of it if you wanted to, or just clean it and do a little clean up on it and makes a nice specimen. As we keep working down, so here's one that's tumbler size. Some nice color in it. Rosebud, a little bit of yellow, maybe some limonite in there. Might just be iron stained chalcedony. Some bots. So, and then you guys, some of you guys have seen this piece before. It was fairly smooth when I picked it up, and I've been rubbing sandstone on it for a while, here and there when I have time. It is a little funky, but you can see that's a fairly solid piece of rock, very minimal matrix or other material in there. You see this comes out pretty easy. Scrape some of it out of there, but it's ta-da! Alright, final piece I'm going to show you is a piece that was collected here on the ranch during Rosebud Agate Festival last year, and then was sent back to me as a polished piece for showing off. And this was from David Hill of Massachusetts. So you can see there's a little fracture in there. You can see a little bit of the matrix still in there, but it doesn't look bad. I think this was just a free form on the cab machine probably. So you can see, you know, some of these bigger chunks, you put a polish on them, they're still going to be a little rough in there. That's what makes it pretty agate. You know, if they were all perfectly round and shiny, then you could probably buy them at any discount retail store. But this is kind of what you get when it's nice and polished up. It's definitely worth the effort. So, alright guys. Alright Rockhounds, I hope you found this video informative and slightly entertaining. If so, please give me a like, a subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. And if you want to see me hit this big one and break it up with a hammer, I might try that one day if you guys show enough love in the comments and the likes on this. So let me know down below. Enjoy this. Enjoy your day. Happy rockhounding. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.